What's going on, guys? It's your boy Johnny Liquidator coming back with another video, and it looked like Caitlin Clark has responded to the poor performance from herself and the Indiana Fever. Guys, for this one here, we got to go all the way up to Golden State. Let's get it. Let's go. Well, I'm here to tell you Caitlin Clark has spoken a little bit with the media about this loss that occurred last night against the Golden State Valkyries, man. One thing about the Golden State Valkyries, they play together as a team, and they truly move as one. I believe their coach is going to win Coach of the Year. She simply put together a wonderful team, and I just got to give credit to where credit is due. I know the Indiana Fever played real bad. Some people even saying it could be jet lag or what's going on with Stephanie White. One thing I can tell you guys is that they figured out a way to slow Caitlin Clark down. And unfortunately, the Indiana Fever offense was running this motion thing again, and it just messes everything up. At the end of the day, something is off, bro. And I believe what exactly is off is the type of offense they're running. When they running pick and rolls, when they run a read and react, guys, this is just a much better, quicker, faster team. Even the Golden State Valkyries coach admitted it during her press conference. The Indiana Fever is a fast-paced team. They did not look very fast tonight, bruh. They looked it extremely slow. They looked it off, bruh. Something was off, and this was just a horrible, horrible loss. The Golden State Valkyries could pretty much beat any team at any given night if they play the way they played against the Fever. I just got to keep it real, bro. They look like a damn good team, well-coached team, but more importantly, they look very disciplined. They wasn't a physical team, but they got to the ball and they made sure their presence was known. With all that being said, let's check out exactly what Caitlin Clark had to say. Roll the footage.
Great. The crowd was into it. They were loud. Yeah, you got to give them a lot of credit. A really fun place to play. So I'll certainly look forward to coming back.
Now, one thing that definitely stood out for the Golden State Valkyries is their crowd, man. They pretty much is the highest selling tickets when it comes to WNBA team. Their fans show up and show out. Indiana Fever's coming in second this year when it comes to ticket sales for a team, bro. That's crazy. Now, Caitlin Clark did have some other things to say about Lexi Hall and about the current state of her popularity. But with all that being said, I got a bunch of footage to show you guys. So let's check it out right now.
Emotions about all the attention that you've gotten.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like at this point I'm pretty used to it. And I always tell people, like, I wouldn't want it any other way. Like, I'm happy to do media before every single game, especially when we're on the road. And there's a lot of people that maybe this is their first time getting to see us play, or all of you maybe the first time. Obviously, it's my first time in San Francisco, so I try to look at it in the best possible manner that I can, and it's still fun for me. And there's a lot of people that would want to be in my shoes and have those types of opportunities. And I think it's always good to remind yourself, like, there's always eyes on you. And I think my mom has always reminded me that ever since I was a young kid too. Like, even when you're a high school basketball player, there's young girls looking up to you and wanting to be like you. And you got to try to set the best example you can 100% of the time. And, no one's going to be perfect by any means. But I think just reminding myself of that, how grateful I am to be in this position. And, it is my responsibility to try to help grow this game and do it to the best of my ability. And, there's certainly days that are harder than others, but, at the end of the day, I just remind myself
They amped up their intensity, and I think for us, we took that punch, and it took a little bit too late to be able to get some points back on the board, and so we really needed to get some stops because they were just doing a great job executing, so we just got to be better in that area.
All right, Aaliyah, you've been out here before playing against Stanford. Last time I remember you out here. So how does it feel coming out here as a pro player and expansion team out here in the San Francisco Bay? So what does it feel like playing in this scenario?
Yeah, I think it's great. Obviously great for the league. Obviously great for the fans. I think they have a great fan base out here. They bring a lot of energy, and so when you're thinking about growing women's sports, this is a great example of it.
Hey guys, Kendra Andrews, ESPN. I don't want you to speak for Caitlin, but you guys have seen a lot of defenses go up against her. Did you see anything that Golden State did in particular? Did she say anything about something that they were doing in particular that may have just slowed her a bit tonight?
I think that overall it's not about just Caitlin specifically. I thought it was about our entire group. We were soft. We just weren't They made us pay by just being stronger, being tougher. 50-50 balls, deflections, getting the passing lanes. That's just a piece of just being aggressive and having an ability to like look at our best player and be like, nah, they gonna be aggressive. And I think that we allowed it. We kind of tucked our tail a little bit tonight on the aggression side, and I think that's our down play right now. We have to learn how to see rounds for what they is. That's one thing, but be aggressive and stop being so soft. And I think that as a group, we just collectively allow too much.
Kelsey kind of just mentioned being soft in the second half, going from that 13-point lead to ultimately losing. Just what did you see from that perspective?
We just didn't play with a sense of urgency out the locker room. I think that turned the ball over 5 times in the first 6 or 7 possessions. We had 8 in the third quarter, and I think that deflates you when you're trying to build up on a lead. We talked about this team is tough as nails, all right, and they never quit playing. It's in the film. We didn't do a great job of playing personnel, all right, and taking care of first things first at the point of attack. But I agree with her in that statement. We didn't bring it for whatever reason out of the locker room, and then that starts to build confidence. All right, when teams clawing and chipping away at a lead, all right, we got to be better in that regard.
Yeah, Caitlin had an off shooting night too today. Just what did Golden State do so well to defend her?
Yeah, I mean, I think that they did a really good job of being physical with her. That's going to be the game plan, all year long. I thought early on we were moving it. I think we started the game with 13 assists on 14 made baskets, and we got away from that in the second half. And I think that the lack of ball movement kind of allowed them to just really beat her up. When we move it, a lot of good stuff happens. We're able to punch gaps, get to our sprays, and it gets back to her. That's when she's going to get the good looks. But they did a good job of being physical and making it tough for her at the point.
There were a lot of Fever fans in attendance tonight, a lot of them specifically for Caitlin Clark. What does them being here mean to you and to the team?
Well, that was Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever speaking about this matchup that took place last night, man. At the end of the day, guys, you just got to look past this, get ready for the next game. But this one right here hurts, man. Get down in the comment section. Let me know you guys' thoughts about this. Keep them bells on because I'm coming right back with a bunch of videos today. And like always, man, until next time, shake the haters off. I'm out of here. Peace out. Just in the lab, perfecting their game, getting ready for the start of the 2000.